If this found you, it's not an accident. There's a reason you've been feeling this way lately, even if you can't fully explain it. Maybe it's a quiet heaviness that follows you through the day, or a kind of tension that shows up in your chest for no clear reason. You think you've moved on, you've stayed busy, you've kept going, but something still lingers beneath the surface. And the truth is, you're holding energy that hasn't been released yet. It doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it shows up as overthinking, sometimes as emotional numbness, sometimes as that subtle feeling that something is off. Even when life looks fine on the outside, you might even tell yourself, I shouldn't feel this way anymore. But your mind and your body don't always follow logic. They follow patterns, and those patterns hold energy. Every experience you've had, especially the ones you didn't fully process, leaves an imprint. Not just in your memory, but in your nervous system, in your emotional responses, in the way you react to situations that seem unrelated. You don't just remember what happened, you carry how it felt. And when that feeling isn't acknowledged, it doesn't disappear, it stays stored. This is why you can suddenly feel triggered by something small, why certain thoughts repeat without invitation, why you feel drained even when nothing bad is happening. It's not random, it's accumulated. Your mind tries to move forward, but your body is still holding on to the past. And here's where most people get stuck. They try to think their way out of something that isn't just mental. They try to replace thoughts, distract themselves, stay positive. But energy that hasn't been felt cannot be released by thinking alone. It needs awareness. It needs presence. It needs space to move. Because what you're feeling right now isn't a problem to fix. It's a signal that something within you is ready to be seen, processed, and finally let go. And as uncomfortable as it may feel, this is actually a moment of opening. You're not breaking down. You're becoming aware. The tension you feel is not weakness. It's resistance meeting awareness. Part of you is trying to hold everything together. Another part of you is asking to finally release it. And the moment you stop fighting that, something shifts. Because this isn't happening to you. It's happening for you. That energy you've been carrying, whether it came from past relationships, unmet expectations, suppressed emotions, or even years of silent stress, it's not here to stay. It's here to move. But movement requires permission. And most of us were never taught how to give ourselves that permission. We were taught to be strong, to keep going, to not dwell on things. But emotional energy doesn't follow rules like that. It follows attention. So when something inside you asks to be felt, and you ignore it, it waits. And over time, it builds, until one day it becomes impossible to ignore. That moment might be now. And instead of trying to escape it, you can choose something different. You can pause, not to fix anything, not to analyze everything, just to notice. Notice what you're feeling without labeling it as good or bad, without trying to push it away. Just observe. There's something powerful that happens when you do this. The energy that once felt stuck begins to soften, because you're no longer resisting it. You're allowing it. And allowance is what creates release. You don't need to relive every detail of the past. You don't need to fully understand why you feel the way you do. You just need to be present with what's here, now, even if it's uncomfortable, especially if it's uncomfortable. Because that discomfort is not permanent. It's movement. And one of the simplest ways to support that movement is through your breath. Not in a complicated way, just gently. Slow inhale, slow exhale. And as you breathe, bring your attention to where you feel the tension most. Your chest, your stomach, your throat. You're not trying to change it. You're just bringing awareness to it. And something subtle begins to happen. The space around that tension grows. The grip loosens. Not all at once, but enough. Enough to remind you that you're not stuck. Another way to support this release is through a simple shift in how you speak to yourself. Instead of asking, "Why do I feel like this?" try something softer. "I'm allowed to feel this. It's safe to let this move. I don't need to hold this anymore." These aren't just words. They're signals to your nervous system. They tell your body that it's no longer in a moment that needs protection. And when your body feels safe, it lets go. Not because you forced it to, but because it's ready. And maybe the most important thing to understand is this. Releasing energy doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means something is right. It means you're no longer suppressing what needs to be felt. You're no longer carrying what isn't yours to hold forever. You're becoming aware. And awareness is where everything begins to change. So if you've been feeling this quiet tension, this emotional weight, this sense that something inside you is asking for attention, don't ignore it. But don't fear it either. This is a transition. A moment where something old is loosening, so something new can emerge. You don't need to rush it. You don't need to have it all figured out. And if this resonates with you, if you've been starting to notice these patterns within yourself, there's so much more to understand about how your mind, your emotions, and your energy work together. So take a moment to subscribe to the channel and continue exploring this process with us. And if you're ready to go deeper right now, watch the next video. It will help you understand what your mind is doing beneath the surface and how to gently shift it. Because what you're experiencing isn't random. It's the beginning of something important.